Namaste. Welcome to this session with Vidya Nahar. Please consult your physician to ensure the suitability of the exercises in the following video for your specific needs. The creators and distributors of this video are not responsible for any injuries or damages caused to you by following the exercises demonstrated in this video. Thank you for your interest. Good luck and best wishes. Please keep up your breath and posture awareness throughout this practice. Namaste. Welcome to today's segment of your daily yoga pilates practice with Vidya Nahar. Today we're going to focus more on sitting poses, working on the pelvic floor strength. For the first set today, bring your right foot in front of you with knee up to the sky, sitting up really tall. I am doing your mirror image, so I have my left knee up. You should have your right knee up. I am starting my timer now. We're going to start first with simple foot massage and toe openers. So just literally pull your toes apart with your two hands, bringing blood, energy, oxygen, light in these tiny toe joints. Especially we cramp them in socks and shoes whole day long in the winter time. So this is really opening them up. And then massage your foot from front to back, not just rub, but with the heels of your palms, literally apply pressure from front to back, lift your heel, feel if there are any knots, trigger points, pressure points, release them. Again, apply pressure with the heel of your palms. We have 72,000 nerve endings in our feet, and we rarely get in touch with those. So this is your time. Then with your three fingertips of each hand, place them underneath the arches of your foot and just lift them upwards, like you're massaging them upwards, digging massage, and then just tap, 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 pat, 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 giving it some tapping, patting massage, sending happy vibrations up towards that knee. Very good. So from here, for the next set, reach up with your arms. Again, you're sitting up really tall. And then lift your arms as high as possible. Hinge them forward to the inside of your knee, not to the outside. Inside. I'm starting my timer now. And from there, reach back with your right hand around your right knee and left hand goes back. Now either you bind your hands in the back together, so this is how it will look. Again, I am doing a mirror image, but if you can bind your hands in the back, go for it. If you cannot bind them, simply reach for the shirt and your pants, wherever you are, it's fine. This allows you to open up your chest, your heart center, bring your chin towards your left knee, looking in that left front corner. This is Marichi Asana. Press both shoulders back. Open up your chest, your heart, tightening your upper back. Most of the times our backs are very weak, loose, because we are always working on our computers, driving cars, working on countertops. This helps you open up the chest and tighten the back. And slowly release, let go. Now step your right foot a little bit more in the front and bring your right elbow to the inside of the leg and drill a hole 3 times like this. 1, 2, 3, going deeper each time with that hole, and then going the other way 3 times. 1, 2, 3, and then slide that right elbow, right shoulder through the right leg. So the purpose of drilling that hole was to limber that shoulder and bring it a little bit deeper, lower than the knee. Then sliding your hand behind, take it all the way back and take your left hand back. So one more time, either you bind your hands in the back or simply hold your shirt or your pants wherever your hands reach, and then lift the leg up. So now you are reaching up with your right leg. Now if this is too much, you can also bring your hands to the front and then hold the weight of the leg on the back of the hand. Most of the times we pick up things like this with the front, engaging the bicep. This time you are holding the leg up with your tricep, with the back of the hand. and slowly release, let go. From here, pick up that right leg in your two hands and hold it with your hands underneath that leg. Draw the leg closer and higher, closer, higher. Keep drawing it in towards you, closer and higher. So this is like seated pigeon pose, and you'll feel the stretch in that right hamstring, right glute. Keep drawing the leg up, little bit higher, hold, breathe evenly. So again, this is weight bearing work with your own body. In yoga, you don't need to work with external weights to increase your strength. Your own body's weight is good enough. Keep lifting your leg higher, hold, breathe. And then let go and do a little bit of limbering of that hip. So just simply rock it side to side, shake it, limbering the hip, loosening, releasing the tension from that hip. Keep going, breathe evenly as you do this. Don't hold your breath. Very good. From here, bring that right foot way up high on that left thigh. Now if this is too much bending of that left knee for you, you may also extend the left leg to the front like this and then bring the right foot up on the thigh. So either you keep your left leg in the front or bend it, you decide. This is your Ardha Padmasana, half lotus pose. And then from there, starting the timer now, take your right hand behind towards the right side. If you can reach for the right foot in the back, well and good. If not, just hold the shirt there. Bring your left hand to the outside of the right knee and keep turning back to look to the right side. So this is your seated half lotus twist. Hold it here. Your spine loves all kinds of twists because those are decompressing, detoxing poses. Now keep pressing your chin down towards your throat, towards the shoulder. So that way you are massaging your thyroid and stretching the root of your neck. Keep your gaze at a point behind you. So keeping your gaze steady, hold it. So this is a good stretch for the left side of your neck, for the root of your neck, and slowly coming back to the center. Very good. From here, taking that right leg even more across. So again, if this is too much bending of the left knee, keep your left leg extended and just keep pulling the right foot back so that your knees are stacked in the front. So either it's your legs are bent or open. Knees are stacked, that means you are making a triangular mouth of a cow here. This is Gomukhasana, cow's face pose. These 2 feet are horns of the cow. Arch these feet, and then from there, with your knees stacked, aligned, we're going to raise the opposite arm of the top leg. So if you have your right leg up on top, I'm doing a mirror image, bring your left arm up. Keep reaching higher, sitting up taller, feet are still arched. Bend your left hand in the back. Stretch your right hand to the right side and then bend it up. So if your end position is bending the hands, first you start by extending the hands. That gives you a bigger range of motion. And again, either you bind your hands in the back together, so either they are bound here in the back, if not, just hold your shirt with your both hands as if you are trying to tear it apart. Keep reaching with your hands in the back, and then lift up your head looking up towards the sky first, like this, and then hinge forward with your exhale and hold this position. So stay there, breathe here. We're going to just stay a little bit longer. Keep pressing your chin towards your throat, throat towards the chest, chest towards the thigh, and the stretch is in the right glute. Hold it. Keep the back elongated. That means not rounding the back, but extending your spinal column. Hold it, breathe. And then then slowly rising, coming back up to the sitting position one more time. From here, bringing your hands to your both feet, keeping your back straight, we're going to rise into the seated baby cobra. So starting the timer now, putting your weight on those hands and hands pressing onto the feet, lift up and just hold it here. Now if it is too much for you to come up like this, place your hands on the floor, lift up first and then bring your hands to your feet, or just keep reaching up and elongating the spinal column. If it's hard to come up, that's okay, just elongate the spine. You don't have to come any higher than what your body allows you. Or place two blocks handy or two equal size pots on which you can put your hands on and then come up, whichever one works for you, and just holding this pose, elongation in the spine and stretch for your glutes, your hamstrings. Squeeze the shoulders back, opening your chest, your heart center, tightening the back, hold it. And then after this we're going to repeat this exact set on the other side. So getting there, very good. From here, bring your hands to the left side, to the inside of left foot, that means going all the way back. Simply put your weight on those hands and then start coming up and turn to the left side. Keep turning to the left until you face front. So when you face front, you have your left leg up on top again. And we're going to do everything on this side. So bring your left heel in front of your right ankle, knee up towards the sky. So this is known as the bride pose. Hold it here, sitting up nice and tall. And then if you remember, first thing we did on the other side was the foot massage. Starting the timer now. To begin with, just separate your toes. Bring energy, blood, oxygen, light in those tiny toe joints. Pull them apart. And then with the heels of your palms, massage the foot from front to back. The balls of your foot, the arches of your foot, the heel. Keep going front and back like you're softening some kind of dough and releasing the knots, the pressure points, the trigger points. Feel the pressure, the weight of the heels of your palms. So really apply strength. From there, bring your three fingertips under the arches of the foot and then digging your fingers into the leg, taking it upwards. Most of the time there is downward flow in the leg, so you're kind of giving it a lift with your three fingertips. And then give it some patting, tapping, massage, sending happy vibrations to your leg, to your knee, thanking the leg for taking you in all the places that you want to go to. Very good. So the next set here is Marichi Asana. So again, sit up tall, elongate the spine. Reach up with your both arms as high as you can go. Lift up. This helps you elongate the spine before you bend forward. Then bring your hands to the inside of your left leg and taking your left arm around the left leg. So not behind, but from the front, and right hand goes to the right side. Again, you're binding your hands in the back. If you're not binding, just hold your shirt and your pant with your two hands, and that's okay too. Or you could hold a towel or a strap here, so your both hands could hold that towel. Then bring your chin towards your right knee and looking towards your right front corner. So again, press your right shoulder back, opening your chest, tightening the back. At the same time, you're elongating the spine. That means don't round the back to go down, but hinge at your hip. Remember, hinging at the hip, that's the key for a good bending position. Come back to the center. Then taking your left leg forward, left foot forward, drill a hole with your left elbow 3 times, going down in one direction, then going the other way 3 times. Go deeper with each drill and slide your left arm through the leg, turn it back, take your right hand back, binding both hands in the back, and then when you are ready to lift your left leg, go for it. Your left foot is pointing. If you can slowly straighten that left leg, go for it. It doesn't matter how far you reach, how far you straighten, as long as you feel this weight of the left leg on the back of your left hand. Again, as I had explained to the other side, we usually lift the weight like this with the hand facing us. This is holding the weight of the leg on the back of the arm on the tricep. This is a good compression for the stomach, and it's weight bearing work with your own body, which is beneficial for your muscles, joints, bones. Breathe, hold. Good. Slowly bringing that left leg down. Take out your hands from underneath, and then for the next set, pick up your left leg, take it across the midline of the body so it's horizontal in front of you. Lift your left leg higher, draw it closer. Higher and closer. Up and bring it closer. Keep going. Hold it here. Stay there just a little longer. Breathe evenly. So again, it's the weight bearing work with your own body. It's also a stretch for that left glute, left hamstring. Draw the leg higher and closer. Seated pigeon pose. Upavishta Kapotasana. Hold it. Breathe. And from there, taking your left hand to the outside of the leg, just do a little bit of a limbering of that leg, limbering of the hip, like you rock a bye baby. This is rocking your hip. Keep going, loosening, limbering, babying that hip. And then bring that left foot up on the right thigh towards the right hip as high as possible. So again, remember, you could always straighten the right leg in the front if you need to. If it's hard to bend the right knee, or keep it halfway bent, that's okay too, sandwiching that left foot. Either way, this is your half lotus. Reach back with your left hand to the left foot. If it doesn't reach the foot, just hold your shirt on that side. With your right hand, reach all the way to the left knee and then look back to the left side. Keep your chin pressed down to the throat, massaging your thyroid. This is also a stretch for the right side of your neck. And you are stretching your eyes by looking as far back as possible. Keep your focus steady at one point. And remember to breathe, even though it's awkward to breathe in any kind of twisted pose. Engage your diaphragm. With your exhale, draw the stomach in. With your inhale, relax the stomach. Keep breathing evenly. Good. Slowly coming back to the center. So from here, taking your left leg all the way to the right, piling your knees, stacking your knees, making the triangle again. So not two triangles, but one triangle by stacking your knees. Feet are arched like the horns of the cow. And this triangle is the mouth of the cow, Gomukhasana. Since you have left leg on the top, bring your right arm to the top, sit up really tall, elongate the spine. That means don't round that lower back, sit up tall. And because the end position is bending the arm, first you start by straightening the right arm, bend it in the back, straighten the left hand, and then bend it up towards the back hand. Again, either you bind your hands or you could hold a strap there, and your hands can walk towards each other on the strap. And then lift up your head, your heart, hold it there, keeping that length in the spine, hinge forward and stay here. So this is your Gomukhasana, cow's face position. Stay there, keep breathing. Bringing this right elbow towards the face, towards your ear, just hold, breathe. Staying there a little bit longer. Excellent stretch for your left glute. We're going to stay there a little bit longer. Just continue, keep breathing, holding the stretch. Is always more beneficial for your joints, for your muscles, as that makes the joints more flexible, muscles more pliable. That gives you a bigger range of motion for your activities, and it just makes you feel more free in your joints. good. Coming back up. So from here, that baby cobra pose, hands to your feet, putting your weight on your hands, pressing them down, lift yourselves up. So again, as I suggested on the other side, if it's hard for you to come up with your hands on the feet, come by pressing your hands to the floor, either behind the feet or in front of the feet. So first you lift yourself, then bring your hands to the feet. And in the beginning, it's very challenging for a lot of people even to come up with the help of the hands. So you can place two blocks or two equal size props here that will help you come up. And then once you're up, bring your hands to the feet and hold this elongation in the spine. Cobras are about elongating the spinal column. And hold it. Breathe. We are almost to the end of today's practice. You're doing good. Keep doing, and it gets better with practice. Very good. So from here, bring your hands to the right side, so to the inside of your left foot, putting your weight on the hands. Slowly rise and keep turning back to the right side. Turn, 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 facing front. One more time. So again, now you have your right leg on top, and then just bring your feet together. So from here, we're going to hold the Kurmasana today. So for Kurmasana, slowly bring your feet towards the front, separate them a little bit, slide your right hand through the right leg underneath the right knee, left hand through the left, and then holding this pose here for about 1 minute. Keep reaching back with your hands and feet to the front, so your upper and lower bodies are meeting at your elbows and knees. Drop the head. Your back is the shell of the turtle. Your 2 hands and 2 feet are 4 limbs of the turtle. Kurma is a turtle, so this is your turtle pose, Kurmasana. Again, this is a forward bend, so helps you get rid of hypertension, high blood pressure. It brings blood, energy, oxygen towards your head. It stretches your spine. Breathe. Stretches the back. And it's also weight of your legs on your arms. So this is your weight bearing work. And then slowly separate your feet, take out your hands from underneath, and coming to the front, sitting up taller one more time. We are done with today's practice. I thank you all for joining me in this practice. Please thank yourself for taking this time out to be here, for sharing your positive energy and practice. Whenever you are ready, bring your hands to your heart. Close your eyes. Please join me in sending our goodwill out to the world. May there be peace, happiness, health, love, laughter and freedom to enjoy it all for everybody, everywhere. And whenever you're ready to finish the practice, bring your hands behind you, interlace your fingers in the back. Exhale, bow down to Mother Earth for all the kindness. Inhale as you come up to thank the sun for the energy and the light. One more exhale down, being thankful for everything we have and everything we don't have. Inhale up. One last exhale down in gesture of a yogi. Forgive as you go down, forget as you come up. And we are done. Namaste. Please keep revisiting the earlier videos to keep up your practice, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, stay happy, healthy, kind, be well.